Hey everyone, as always, welcome back to the channel. So in this particular video we're going to talk about the Allen Bradley Micro 820 series controller, and I have a couple of add-on modules for a serial and some other system on board this particular controller. Now, I'm going to be upfront with you, these aren't my favorite controllers, but they do the job. If they're having issues, they are a little finicky, so just kind of keep that in mind, but most of the time they do kind of work fairly well. Again, not my favorite controller. I prefer the old Micro Logic series systems, or I would prefer Compact Logics over these any day. But in this video, we're going to talk about the termination that we have here, and we're going to go ahead and power it up, and then we're going to kind of briefly look it over a little bit, and that'll be about it. So we have our two, this particular unit, and I think most of them all are. They use an onboard 24 volt DC power, or they take 24 volts DC to power them up. They don't have the onboard power supply like these old Micro 1000 bricks do. So again, most of these are, AC power, but these are going to be mainly 24 volts DC, so you'll have to get a standalone power supply. And I do believe they have kind of a snap-in step power supply that you could attach with this. It won't obviously have the connection. You'll have to wire it in just like you would like kind of an automation direct controller. So that's kind of a drawback if that's an issue to you. Again, like some of the compact logics or control logics do have that option where you can go ahead and put AC power into them. They have a converter and they're going to convert it down to DC for you, or the power supply on board. So anyway, with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and zoom in here to this particular unit. It looks like I'm going to have to take us over just a little bit, so bear with me just a second here. And we'll zoom in a little more here. Sorry for the glitchiness, but anyway, having a little trouble seeing that in the camera, but I can tell you that the positive 24 volt DC is on the left here, and then the negative is on the right. And we also have kind of a common power unit, and then we have the other. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and start wiring it up. Again, like any green terminal block, you just loosen it up, put your positive wire into the positive slot, screw the termination down nice and tight, and then put your negative into the negative terminal, or the 0 volt DC terminal, and go ahead and tighten it down again. And then I'm just going to go ahead and zoom us back out again. And there we've wired it up, power, and then now we're going to go ahead and turn our power on. We'll go ahead and turn power on, and we get our normal light up. And it's going to go ahead and tell us that we've lit up. Ethernet, SD, so it's doing all of its air checks. And it looks like whatever program's already currently in it, it knows it's in the run state. And let's see if I can't get a little bit of light out so you can kind of see it here. So it's already in the run state here. And then we'll zoom in just a little bit more here. So based off of a pre-existing program within this unit here, you see we already have the run light on, and then one of our outputs is already on. And we don't have any terminations connected, anything like that. It's just automatically in its own status, in its own state. When it's powered on, it has the output number 1 turned on. So that's just whatever is in the program. We'll connect to this later, and we'll have some other conversations about what's going on and what we can program in and out of this. So, but for power up, that's all it takes. That's all we got to do. Just connect the DC power input lines into it down at the bottom, and then make sure it does its little quick air check, and go from there. Now, if it's a brand new unit, obviously you'll have to do your firmware upgrade immediately on it. And Rockwell will kind of walk you through that through the software program or protocol itself. So that's everything that it takes to power up a Micro 820 series controller. So thank you all for watching.